Today might be a day where Barcelona thinks about a comeback, but they also think about a farewell. Javier Mascherano waving goodbye to the crowd at the Nou Camp. Phil Shane alongside Ray Hudson. There will be plenty of time to reflect and also look ahead to the future. Many of Barcelona legends have taken this walk, and Andres Iniesta giving his thanks to the one and only Javier Mascherano. This just moments ago, stepping out onto the pitch, the man who will be wearing the number 14 from now on, and then the giant next to him from Colombia, Philippe Coutinho, Yerry Mina. A new look for Barcelona. Phil Shane and Ray Hudson with you. And Ray, it is a day where we will be looking back, but also looking to the future. And whether that future contains the 2018 Copa del Rey will be determined over the next 90 minutes.
It certainly will, Phil. This is going to be a hard walk down a dark alley for Barcelona, even with that magic man. And this wonderful Espanyol side showed them the way, and it was their way. The masked man was on the mark, and certainly Quique Sanchez-Flores had his team well drawn up. This will be a different kettle of sharks that they will be facing in the big house, Camp Nou, where the fans will wait to say goodbye to Mascherano, one of the most imperious defenders and fabulous footballers and great leaders, a wonderful passer of the ball. It's adieu to the great El Jefecito, and welcome to Coutinho and, of course, Yerry Mina.
Gracias, Masche. He'll be headed to Hebei, China. Fortune, a bit of a fortune there. And there, a list of just some of the attributes, many that Masche brought to the table. Hard to put into words. Espanyol. Gutsy effort in the first match. Aaron Martin and company.
It was a huge upset, wasn't it, Phil? Beating the next-door neighbours 1-0 in front of their absolutely wonderful fanatic fans over in Budgie land. Now, here today we see the splendid send-offs and welcomes all prepared, and they'll take heart in the fact that the world champions and the champions of La Liga, Real Madrid, are out of the Copa del Rey.
Take a look at the starting lineup here today for Barcelona, and pretty much what you might expect. It's four in the midfield, though. Vidal will get the call, and then up front, Messi and Suarez. Ernesto Valverde has not been one to be shy when it comes to tinkering.
Yeah, nice little tinker. This one, Alex Vidal, the 28-year-old, getting a little bit of a surprising nod, Phil, but one that he's always earned. Popular player in the dressing room. He's got a wonderful history in himself, Alex Vidal. Bounced around 10 clubs and even went to a place called Pobla Mafumet. And
easy for you to say.
Really, but he ended up at the incredible talent of Aladdin's cave talent in Barcelona. This is what the budgies are going to be flying out with, and they could pick Barcelona.
Now Lopez will get the call. Meanwhile, in the back, Naldo had a brilliant game in the first leg. David Lopez, he'll be wearing the mask here today. And then up front, Sergi Darder joining Granero. And the danger man, Gerard Moreno. We are underway to start out this second leg. Barcelona knows what needs to be done. Could not get the road goal. So they need to do better than Espanyol. A road goal for Espanyol here today makes things a bit more difficult, but then again, you look at the way Barcelona has been playing of late. I'm not sure there is a mountain high enough to stop them.
Well, that's the way the script is written, but it seldom ever turns out that way without one or two big bumps and swerves in the road. Barcelona's got to keep the back door well and truly locked, because this Espanyol team showed, man, that they have a serious bite. It can sting you as Blondie starts to ping it around.
And as you mentioned in the pregame, they did get a look at what happened yesterday. Even with a road goal, Real Madrid maybe taking it a bit too casually. Busquets lunges, but no one there on the receiving end, slides straight into the path of Granero.
Step in by David Lopez, that mask not doing anything to inhibit his peripheral vision. The captain stepping through and just touching it away from Busquets.
Good look at Victor Sanchez. Grew up at La Masia. Spent 6 seasons there before moving on to Neuchâtel and back finally to La Liga with Espanyol.
Another good reach in. Granero this time.
Barcelona in the Blaugrana.
Lovely touch.
Moving up towards Suarez, looking for a foul, but none coming.
It's a strange one. Looked as if he was being wrapped up in cellophane from behind. Take a look. Referee unsighted, and I'll tell you what, Mr. Magoo is laughing. It's a certain pull down, wasn't it?
Mateo Lajos doesn't laugh. 3 minutes in.
I like him.
One of the better refs in Spain, but occasionally he does have you scratching your head at times. Not easy being a ref. Iniesta dragging 3 defenders with him.
Well played. Waiting and hoping for that moment that the window would open for him. There's Coutinho and Yari look on. They may get in, depending on what the scoreline is. Barcelona got a welcoming game, perhaps waiting for them at the weekend. For a full debut, we will wait and see, of course, if they are held off to play against Deportivo Alaves next week.
Messi measures, drives it in between, Alba across, and it's parried away by Navarro.
Again, the gasps around the place when Messi invents his passing lanes is amazing. Again, look at this. A touch as soft as a snowflake falling on a winter's night by Messi. Amazing vision, incredible touch, and that one would be pulled back for Suarez sweeping in.
Driven in from the corner, glances away. Victor Sanchez tries to get rid of it, but can't. The weight, the power that was behind that pass. Normally you see them lofted. Messi making up new ways. Alba. Umtiti. The platinum blonde Rakitic somehow pulls it down.
He's played a good step in again there by Victor Sanchez, the ex-Barca man.
Making the run Suarez, but Vidal elects to retreat. Sergio Roberto. And back for Umtiti. Iniesta with a clipped shot. Ronaldo getting a touch. Slammed long. Umtiti in good position, and Iniesta keeps it in. Nice round of applause.
This Espanyol team come in after a bit of a shellacking in the last league game they played against the resurgent Sevilla. 3-0 was the beating that the Celalistas put on the Parakeets. Got to respond from that. The bit is in between their teeth, holding on to this 1-0 lead over the first leg.
Vidal tries to get the one touch in. Hermoso over to parry it away.
Defense, of course, is going to have to be the main operative by Quique Sanchez Flores. He was a right back in his tremendous career, so he knows how the defensive lines are drawn up. He's relying on a lot of youth on the backfield. Navarro and Hermoso, both 22-year-old.
the spot. Soft touch from David Lopez. And then left for Vidal to scramble back and win. Quique Sanchez Flores, Ernesto Valverde. Same era, one through Real Madrid, the other through Barcelona. Mutual respect, though.
No matter how the game's played, this Barcelona side under Valverde extremely patient, as they've been under all the other coaches as well. But I think we saw it against Real Betis, where it was a tight game for so long. There's no forcing of it. They're very patient. It's usually death by 1,000 passes with Busquets' men, and they'll wait and try to wear Gerard's men down in their possession game.
Juan Kluivert and company all looking in, a chance to be a bit part in the history on display here today. And on the other side, a man who has caused more than his share of headaches and heartaches, Raúl Temudo.
Yeah, and the greats for Espanyol, ever beloved. And Sergio Roberto dropped back into that wing-back position. And it'll be interesting to see how this chemistry works out with Alex Vidal and him exchanging defensive and offensive duties.
Oh, spinning away Iniesta.
Oh, absolutely beautiful.
Suarez wide. Alba just a little too hard. And then Suarez trying to knock it out for the corner, instead knocks.
There was no reason that
Navarro
Alba
out.
needed to be as flaky with his pass. It was an easy A to B pass, but as you said, Phil, got it wrong. Wow.
And his extras.
Lajos gives Suarez a yellow card after we saw that initial pull down, and that is lingering in the mind of Suarez. Take a look, keeps it in nicely, battling away, tries to get the ball. The defender comes across him. It's a little harsh.
Espanyol.
See if Lajos calls them both ways. It's Messi.
Slipping through from Messi. Suarez tried to stay on, but Naldo on the right side. Took 88 minutes for Navarro, the man who was knocked to the ground by Suarez, to find the youngster Oscar Melendo. Cracking goal. But Barcelona a little sharper today, to say the least. Lopez can't stop Messi. Right foots it in. Into the middle for Luis Suarez. Vidal to Suarez, and it was Messi the brains of it all.
Messi, of course, is the instigator, but we've got to share the blame here around the Espanyol defense and layoff. And initially, Messi just opens him up like a fresh fish. When we look at it again, it's Messi, and he's playing rock, paper, scissors with this defense. He go to the left or the right or through the middle. He goes to the right-hand side, and the pass is literally pixel perfect for Suarez. Bends it around, puts it right into a shot glass. This beautiful pint of beer from Alex Vidal, and Suarez sweeps in like a Maltese Falcon. Absolutely wonderful finish. And again, the pass wasn't as much produced as it was ventilated. Top class. The right pass, again, 3 times picked out. The Messi one, and then the Vidal one, and then the pass from the head of Suarez, and this place is levitating, and so is Coutinho. He likes what he sees.
Ball into the area, into the middle. Moreno parried away Ter Stegen. That would have been a huge goal.
Espanyol strike, gets it, but it's right at Ter Stegen from Gerard Moreno. Nice setup. The opportunity presents itself, but he doesn't get an angle on it. It's harsh, but that's where you've got to look to take the full advantage. Ball's played in and won by Umtiti. It falls nicely here. Snap, crackle, pop. The left foot, he's got no time to razzle it. And that had taken a hell of a shot to beat Ter Stegen from that distance, that angle.
If that would have gone in, it would have meant Barcelona would need to score 3 to advance. and would have eliminated added time and penalties, but it didn't.
The threat is still there until they get the second one, as you rightfully point out, Phil. Been a tremendous start by Barca. Espanyol put to the sword by a wonderful, wonderful ball by Alex Vidal.
Also a key for Espanyol not to be depressed, shall we say, about allowing the goal. A little stumble by Pau Lopez.
Yeah, realized he couldn't pick it up.
But even should Barcelona score a second, all Espanyol would need would be one to advance. So they just need to be focused. Try and keep it close. All the way across, headed back by Sanchez. Navarro just blasts it to the Barca end.
Absolutely right, Phil. It's still and will be on a knife's edge for Quique Sanchez.
Looks like he trimmed the beard a bit. Not quite the wild man look we have seen. Touches back off of Jordi Alba. Throw in for Barca. Quique Sanchez Flores, a wanted man in this transfer window himself. Clubs in England trying to pry him away, but showing his loyalty.
Confidence booster that would be for Alex Vidal. He's played some really nice cameo performances and he's had his ups and downs decidedly, but that was a seeing pass that was truly out of Iniesta and Messi's book. You can't get a higher compliment than that.
Also saw him come back with some defensive intensity, win a ball back earlier.
That's all right, Phil. Any
coaches notice those things.
Any donkey can do that stuff.
Down goes Busquets. Moreno clatters in, but advantage played.
This pass was a pearler. And again,
Sergio Roberto impeded on that far side by Aron.
It's a good indication of this referee, Mateo Lajos, a little slow with his whistle. It was the referee's assistant that was raising the flag way before. And then this one is played on, and Lajos saying that the tackle got the ball before Busquets. Another debatable one.
Electing to go with advantage, which eventually dissipated 13 minutes in.
No chance for the keeper on the goal.
One note, there was a defensive change from the last match, sticking Mario Hermoso in instead of the Nicaraguan-born Costa Rican Oscar Duarte. In towards Piqué.
Well cut out by Martin.
Aron Martin launching it, and again straight back to Alba. Oscar Duarte did well on that back line. Iniesta doing brilliant here.
As Iniesta pulls his big red cape out and says ole, and the crowd absolutely reveling in those flashes of just pure magic.
Rakitic, Vidal, again trying anything they can to prevent Barca from getting into those corners. And they'll do it at least as long as Mateo Lajos lets them. Here's Umtiti. Mentioned they might await their debut, Mina and Coutinho, for the Alaves match here at the Nou Camp on the weekend.
So these two teams meet again. Reaction from Coutinho on the bench after the first goal. He was celebrating like a Brazilian, partying like a Brazilian. Coutinho.
In towards Messi. One-on-one. Now drives into the midst.
Nicely
settled by Suarez. Rakitic was waiting.
Wonderful settle, and Rakitic, can it hit the next gear to get onto that ball that Suarez took under severe pressure, controlled it beautifully, but nobody there to follow up with the razzle.
On Sunday, Espanyol will travel to Leganés, who had a bit of a derby win of their own, maybe one of the biggest victories in club history.
One of them?
Well, they did have that one against Mirandes, which got them promoted to the top flight.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm sure that'll go down with beating Real Madrid at the Bernabeu.
That's the one that made all the world headlines. I remember that one. Who was it?
Mirandes. Mirandes, Real Madrid.
I remember it fondly.
Then after that, these two teams will meet again at the RCDE in Cornellà El Prat.
It's a staggering result at the Santiago Bernabeu, and the vociferous whistles that greeted the Royal Whites after that game was as loud as we've ever heard it, Phil. And it just shows you, in the Copa del Rey, the King's Cup, these shocks can happen. And Espanyol certainly on the hook, but they've still got an absolutely big puncher's chance of getting back into this game.
Again, it's been a bit of a different Copa del Rey. Looking in the background, the youngster who was the hero, Oscar Melendo.
And he's gambling there, Naldo, Phil. The arm is around Suarez as they're stepping back. I'm not too sure if it was a total pull down, but he's inviting a call from the referee there.
And Mateo Laos is one of those that tends to accept those invitations. Take another look at the goal.
Again, zoom lenses for eyes, Alex Vidal here, absolutely. And there's a question of offside, but the referee's flag stays down, and Iniesta raises his arms. This is an absolute jazzer of a ball here. He's never going to miss them, and he's worried that he might have been a half a step offside as well. We'll take a closer look. There's a sense of suspicion on it, but flag stays down. Vámonos. Goes by them again.
Roberto. Granero, a late whistle from Mateo Laos.
So many times this young player glides through the defence like Han Solo through an asteroid field, steering his ship through, and he invites, and very brave with his runs and responsible with them, Phil. He often takes out the first player and then the second one, and that opens so many opportunities for Barcelona's other players who are reading his run.
Messi from about 40. In for Piqué. Out comes Pau. And boy, did he.
Well, he had to. And he timed it to perfection. Piqué in, backing down. Brave run into the area. And Messi's pass just a little al dente.
Maybe by an inch.
Oh, what a ball!
Can he do it again? Vidal curls it. Suarez settles it. Taken back, though, by a Navarro. Cleared only as far as Iniesta. Now to Rakitic. Left foot. Navarro again in good position. Casually, Iniesta. Again, you wonder whether Quique Sanchez Flores will question himself. Naldo playing on that right side with Hermoso on the left, trying to keep up with Luis Suarez, and Pau Lopez in place of Diego. They're scrambling, trying to stay in this right now. Yellow card against the former Real Madrid defender. Valencia needed penalties to knock off last year's finalist Alaves. Sevilla hounding Atletico Madrid. And then Leganés on away goals over Real. The final semi-finalist to be determined today. Messi again. This time going for goal. Thought Pau Lopez might be cheating, but the shot went high.
Well, he's a haircut away from it, isn't he? A wonderful placement, and no complaints from Piqué. He knows Pau's got to come and claim this one, and the momentum carries through him. He'll be fine. Nice warm bath waiting for him at home. Naldo wearing Suarez's shirt. He's that close to him, and Suarez is going to have to be slippier than an eel, covered in Vaseline, to get away from the big Brazilian, Phil.
Back comes Iniesta from an offside position. 56 degrees. Gorgeous conditions at the Nou Camp today.
These great replays that we're seeing, just how heavily each pass is contested by the Espanyol side. In full belief still that there's a goal within them. They've got the danger man.
Iniesta guides it back to Alba. Still pressured. Nice takeaway by Victor Sanchez. Iniesta in the corner. It'll be a throw-in, but deep.
Feels Granero on him and just reaches to find out exactly where the pirate is and tries to play it over the top.
Headed back towards the 18. Moreno turns. Darder into the area. Stripped away Alba. And he'll just go off on the race.
Lucky.
Sergio Roberto has help on the overlap. The return blocked. Nearing the midway point of the opening half.
I said earlier, Phil, can you remember another player like Alex Vidal who had 9 clubs, then arrives at Barcelona? There's not too many of them. A nice touch to settle. Well played.
Poked away by Naldo.
Well read by the big Brazilian exporting man out of Portugal. Another good win by the Budgies.
Sanchez gets it down the line. Rakitic over quickly, though. He got the last touch, said Pau Cebrian.
Trying to get a little bit more support around Moreno in these advanced positions once the ball does get played into the dangerous number 7.
Granero dispossessed by Busquets. Pops out for Rakitic. Down goes Messi. And cleanly said Mateo Laos.
Right on the spot. Referee looking down from his bird's nest there. It's a great ball.
Sanchez can't quite caress it. Takes it in the corner. Drives it across. Met on the volley by Granero, but the blast goes wide.
Yeah, it's a difficult one for Esteban to strike this. This ball comes popping in towards him. Take a look right there. Very difficult. He would have loved it to be a little bit overhit, sort of full volley. Just a leg side volley kiss home, perhaps, but it bounced right in front of him. Extremely difficult to put on target. But danger in the approach from the blue and whites.
Then Lopetegui up in the stands looking on. A World Cup on the horizon, looking for a gem or two.
Magic pass.
But he can't have this one. Taken away cleanly. Hermoso with a pretty tackle, but Messi even better, and it deflects home to the promised land.
Yeah, Lionel! Amazing! He's there again! If he was told to be there or be square, he'd be both. Lionel Messi gets a look of a deflection here, but as ever, Phil, he's the ghost in the machine. There's no cogs in his game. It's all hocus pocus, and again, like smoke through a keyhole for Lionel. Wonderful pass to find him. It's a brilliant tackle, wonderfully stepped in by Hermoso, but he says, I see you. I don't need you, lads. Again, it pops close to him, He arrows away, and take a look at this. He's driving away from the target, but he wraps that left foot violin around it and gets a little deflection. It may have been going in anyway.
Well, credit as well, though, Ray, to the man you pointed out earlier. It was Aleix Vidal who stepped in to knock the ball free after Hermoso had taken it off of Messi.
Yep.
And then the shot deflected off of Naldo. You have to feel sorry for Pau Lopez. Nothing he could do.
The deflection certainly took it out of his compass. We'll see again, it may have been heading into that area away from him because he had made that dive. All the celebs here today. A lot of Argentines arriving to watch the Argentine.
Lifted through, of course, the baby Buddha there as well, who played for both of these teams. Again for Espanyol, and it's hard when you've given up two like they have. In many ways, that goal means nothing after the first went in. Messi letting his thoughts be known. Again, we are just an Espanyol goal away. Barcelona needs a third to really get on easy street.
You can see sometimes when a player gets angered by that, it can be like pouring petrol on a fire.
Oh, chance again. Bounces up. Oh, Suarez on the wrong side.
Well.
Rakitic back. Suarez with Messi. Messi in the box with three. Then they disappear. But tackled away. Goal kick.
Young Hermoso, I believe, who does a great job of putting the cork in the bottle as it is being shaken and is about to go pop. Yep, it's wonderful defending here. A little bit clumsy with his clearance in the end, young Mario, but he did the job, and then they all converge like metal filings to a magnet, and no way through that time for the medicine man.
Set up by Suarez into the path of Roberto, and just off stride.
And no left foot to push this one home. He's already made his mind up. Swing with the right, but brilliant approach play. It was Vidal again that pulled out another peacock out of his magic hat for a brilliant ball for Sergio Roberto, Phil. Tremendous penetrative football. And take a look at that again. This was the pieces of the puzzle coming together beautifully.
You looked at what would be the opposite of a shopping list? A selling list. Arda Turan was on it. Mascherano was as well. Andre Gomes maybe with a question mark next to it, but Aleix Vidal is another one that many thought would be on his way out this winter. Ernesto Valverde showing faith. Maybe he's in the shop window, but his price has probably gone up.
No probability about it. Performance, and he's putting on that right side tonight. He's getting a lot of good vibe as well from the man behind him, Sergio Roberto.
Titi. Under pressure, Ter Stegen had to come up with a huge save just seconds after Barcelona's first. Played back, and Ter Stegen.
On the bounce as well. Never the happiest of invites for the goalkeeper. However good they are on their feet, he dealt with it well. Finally, this referee gives a call to Messi, and the crowd let him know. Take a look. See you later. Kick around the knee. He's used to that.
Sergi Darder, the naughty boy.
And again, a little bit of contempt shown towards the referee by Leo in his own cheeky way. I think this is a referee who actually enjoys the derision that he gets from crowds. He doesn't back down.
Likes the give and take with the players as well.
Yeah, seen him smile once. Bad ball.
Like a shark. Tipped back in, but beyond Moreno. Umtiti to midfield. Suarez backing up on the Brazilian. And fouled against Naldo.
And finally putting his hands together saying thank you. And Naldo saying never touched him, ref. Pinocchio. Wonderful layoff. There's a fabulous ball and the swing and a miss. And Sergio Busquets going the other way this time. Phil, can you read lips?
Final quarter hour of this opening stanza.
Got to get an app for that.
Iniesta.
Touch.
Messi caresses it through. Vidal just a half step late. So it looks like he said he thought it was going the other way.
This ball was a little bit overhit by Leo. Either way, I think the feet would have been a diamond.
Side footed away by Lopez. And it's blasted all the way into the Barca corner.
Nice tasty bit of space about this game here. As Espanyol still feel that they can find that killer touch that had put the Camp Nou on a little bit of unrest.
Vidal in, Messi back for Vidal, flag stays down, drop for Suarez, but he doesn't meet it cleanly. Peels for a handball, but it seemed to pop up, and Mateo Laos says no.
I think it may be right, Phil. Mark Navarro's very close to Suarez as this ball comes to him. Again, wonderful pyrotechnic passing by Barcelona, where one pass inevitably leads to another good pass. What do you think? Arms are behind him, well into his body. The ball strikes the arm, never a handball.
And the other thing you saw was Mateo Laos had a clean look at it. Now Lopez gift wraps another one out of bounds. 2-1 Barcelona. They would be the fourth semi-finalist. But again, a goal for Espanyol would throw that equation out the window. Still an hour to go. Gracias Masha on that far side, honoring Mascherano before the match. And a lot of the stars showing up for both teams. Kicks off the heels of Rakitic.
I think he meant it.
Messi, but Naldo read that. Off the chest of Rakitic, back for Roberto. Messi impeded. Vidal tried to get out of the way. Finds Iniesta. Taps it over. Alba in for Messi. Oh, what a goal that would have been.
Well, this one cannot find the back of the net, unfortunately. Again, it would have been a typically Barcelona algebraic goal. ABC. Lovely pass this. Away from Suarez. And then the pullback for Messi with his right foot. And just pulls it wide. Great late arriving run. Again, knowing where the pass will come. But his hurtful run still. Now it's just putting a gilt edge around the invite. Saying feed me. Great football from Barca.
10 minutes remaining in this opening stanza. Piqué over to Roberto, not panicking. Espanyol trying to pin Barca in. Now they'll try the left. Alba. Iniesta is dispossessed. A blast from Alba right to the path of Busquets. Nice from Darder, but Sergio Roberto couldn't stop. Free kick Espanyol.
And tries one of those wonderful slaloming runs, but just failing. Well played, Sergi Darder. 34-year-old now, the number 25. He's been around the block. Started with Espanyol as a youth. Ex-Malaga player in Lyon. And it's nice when they come back home.
You ever wish you could have gone back to Newcastle?
Sure. Every footballer thinks nice to be back where you started, for sure.
Many think that for Messi that might mean a trip back to Newell's Old Boys before it's all said and done, but just as soccer fans hope that that's a ways down the pipeline.
And a little rough by Busquets' high standards with some of his passes so far. Seems to be an aberration sometimes, but shows he's human.
Iniesta with a bite to the back of Granero.
Good ball.
Driven across, just over Moreno, still loose. David Lopez can't get it because Iniesta in the way.
Victor Sanchez, the number 4, who nearly makes big contact with this one, Phil. It's a beautiful ball sent into the danger area, and I'm sure it's Victor that is just a touch away from meeting there, right? It's unlucky for the Parakeets.
Only about 5'8", 5'9". Needed just an extra inch. Down goes Iniesta, and it looks like he might have landed on his knee. Maybe a collision as well.
Good turn.
Rakitic in the way, but it rockets off to Aaron Martin. The homegrown left back can't get past Piqué. Sergio Roberto with the mistouch in the corner, and now a follow-up yellow card coming. And Victor Sanchez walking away, but it looks like it's Jordi Alba who is boiling over at the moment. Not too happy with the treatment of Don Andres.
That's the payback there, is supplied with Victor Sanchez, who's reaching to get the ball. Seemed to be fair and square when Iniesta had it.
The Chicago way.
But there was a collision after the ball was stabbed away, and that little clash of knees or whatever it was sent the Illusionista down, and Jordi Alba gets his revenge in quickly.
70th Copa del Rey appearance for Iniesta today, tying Xavi on Barca's all-time mark. In for Rakitic. Asked questions about what color his hair actually is at the moment, because it seems to change as the light changes. He says you can just call it whatever you want.
Call it Jim.
I think he's just glad Ernesto keeps calling it. He's probably been the biggest benefactor of the arrival of Ernesto Valverde.
Certainly, he's been a wonderful player for many years, of course, the Croatian international, and arrived with a lot of expectations, and he provided the goods. But you're right, Phil, he's one of many players who have found resurgent confidence and form under Ernie Valverde.
Alba another. Here's Messi. Looking for him. Nodded back for Vidal. Settles, shoots off Hermoso, and out for the corner.
Yep. Cannot step through it first time, and one touch, and then the window is slammed shut right here by the diving in of the ex-Real Madrid man, Mario Hermoso. And that one would have been testing Paul Lopez.
All the fans showing their support as we head to the final 5 minutes. The count going around the new camp. Iniesta just off target. Well, Iniesta remains, although Mascherano leaving. Mascherano just over 200 games during his time with Barcelona, but it's so much more than the 8 years that he spent, Ray. Had a nice little photo shoot before the match with Mascherano and all of the trophies that he has helped Barcelona win. Almost 20 of them over those years. Messi, a little bit of a pullback, said the assistant, Roberto Diaz. Busquets suggesting an eye doctor.
The arms come up on the player, and fair enough, it may not be an awful lot there, but if that's going against Lionel, this crowd would be complaining.
This is the 19th matchup in a two-legged affair between these two city rivals. Espanyol have only won 5 of them, and they have not advanced past Barcelona since 1961. Suarez pinballing in the corner.
Well, Mark Navarro reaches in first into Luis, but then again, bit of payback.
Suarez.
Not much civility between these neighbours.
Still in play. Off of Suarez and out. It'll be a throw in deep. Well, we've seen Kluivert and Thuram, Saviola, De La Peña, Temudo, and all of the legends looking on. I have a feeling they'll be sticking around till the final whistle, because this one is still up in the air. Barcelona came in with the ticket in hand. Barcelona has taken it away, but it's only by a goal. Javi Fuego back for Hermoso. Wide for Martin. In for Lopez. Under pressure. Fuego back, and they'll retreat. By the way, Ray, there was also some news earlier today that might have a bit of a North American tilt. Young Montreal Impact phenom Balut Tabla, who played nearly 20 games last year in his rookie season, bought by Barcelona and assigned to their Barcelona B squad, the first Canadian in FC Barcelona history, and they signed him to a 3-year deal with an option for 2 more and a buyout clause that could go up to $75 million.
You never mentioned the club.
Oh, Montreal.
Montreal. The Impact. Well done, lads.
Making an impact. Balut Tabla, keep an eye. Now, there are several Americans there, but they're in La Masia at the moment. The oldest are at the Juvenil B. But wouldn't count out Tabla maybe even making an appearance in next year's Copa del Rey. And if he gets off to a good start at Barca B, maybe even before this year is out.
Take your time, Phil. Take it easy.
I mean, who's in his way? You got Coutinho and Messi and
he's still
piece
in
of cake.
The shell. He'll come out soon enough and fluff his feathers. But congratulations.
Born in the Ivory Coast.
Montreal Impact.
We were asking, how do they spot him? Sure. Montreal hopes it's not the last. Granero, who has been a bit reckless so far today. Another collision. And Iniesta not even taking the hand that was offered. 45th minute. Vidal tries to sweep it around Granero, now far side. Up the line for Moreno. And Vidal again. This might be the best we've seen Vidal since he arrived. Messi against Darder. Whirling his way free.
Sending his shadow the wrong way again, Lionel. Lucky shadow. Wow.
In. Touched and wide. Pau Lopez just got there.
Fabulous singing pass from Bouzy. Again, this pass, it's like a hypodermic needle. It's accurate, penetrative. Again, blink of a bee's eye. He's just level. And this one, can it be tucked in past Pau Lopez, who spreads himself as much as he can.
Luis
Great
Suarez,
ball from Busquets.
mind boggled by Busquets' pass. No chance to get there. Iniesta again. Fierce defense. Impeded, but not enough, said the referee. And now a chance, again, looking for that magic goal.
But numbers.
Granero for Moreno, touched by Piqué, and
Great
just in
reach
case slapped away.
Piqué as he intercepts this pass before it arrives at his target. And his continual telescopic legs of his offside. But Piqué doesn't know that and covers up beautifully.
Before Moreno could pounce. And again, it wouldn't have counted. But as you said, Piqué just had to take care of business. And the first half is in the books. 1 minute of added time. Nail-biting time for Espanyol. Can they hold on and keep it close and get that magic goal? Messi and Suarez putting Barcelona in the driver's seat.